Hi guys, welcome back. Today is another tag video and I am super excited for this tag, but can we just for a moment get a load of this eye look? Pretty crazy, right? But I created this look for a collab that I'm doing over on Instagram this week using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And today is the day for a colorful look. And I'm pretty impressed with how this turned out. It is a little crazy, but I'm kind of loving it. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get into it. The tag is called the Makeup Mess tag, and it was created by Lacey, or Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, here on YouTube. And I really love Lacey's channel, and so I've been watching her for a little while, and when she did this tag or created this tag and then, answered the questions on her channel, I was really excited. And, she absolutely wants all of us, if we are creators, to go ahead and do this tag as well. So I will link Lacey's channel below. But let's go ahead and get into the questions. Number one, how often do you wash your makeup brushes and sponges? I would say I wash my brushes most of the time every week, and my beauty sponges I wash after 2 uses. So I usually have 3 in rotation at any given time. It'd be nice to have one more maybe, and then I use each one for 2 days, and then it gets put to the side to wait to be washed. And then my brushes I usually wash about once a week, but I don't have a huge brush collection, so I do clean them in between with the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner, which I can link below and I have talked about in other videos. But it's just a spray, and you can spray it and wipe your brush off on a washcloth in case you have some residual dark pigment on your brush and you want to go in with a lighter color with that same brush or what have you. I think it's an essential for anybody with a smaller brush collection. Number 2, how do you organize your makeup? I will insert a picture right here. So as you can see, I mainly just use containers that I have around the house. I like to just have my makeup all laid out, but I haven't really found any acrylic makeup containers or solutions that I'm really interested in. They're not my jam. I want something a little bit more unique. I have been looking at some office organizers, which can be really decorative, but also work well for storing your makeup. So I will, like I said, I entered a picture here, but you can see that I kind of use whatever I can get my hands on to keep my makeup organized. And number 3, do you put your makeup products away after you're done using them or leave them out for tomorrow? If you looked at the picture of my collection, you can see that it's kind of a little bit of both. I don't leave anything setting on my table loosely in my bathroom. I'm always afraid that the cat or somebody walking by will accidentally just knock it off. So I do have everything sort of open and accessible in where I keep my makeup, but I do put everything back in its place. A place for everything and everything in its place. So number 4, do you use loose or pressed powders? Definitely pressed powders for me. If you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time, I love the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. This is the one in dim light. So that's my number 1 go-to powder. And then another one that's really good is this number 7 pressed powder, which I'm panning this year. I like them both. I'm not real big on powdery powder, as you can see kind of from the luminescence of my skin. I just, I need a little something to maybe set down my makeup a little bit and keep it in place. If I'm really going to be wearing my makeup all day and I need it to stay, I do have one loose powder by Stellar, and I will sort of lightly bake on my forehead lines and these laugh lines on the sides of my nose and mouth, just for staying power, specifically. And number 5, do you ever fall asleep without taking your makeup off? sadly, the answer used to be yes. If I was super tired, I would just go to bed with my makeup on. But now the answer is 100% wholeheartedly no. I do not ever go to bed, even if I've been, you know, sort of out for a long night of debauchery or whatever. I will still at least come in with one of these Garnier wipes and take all my makeup off. You know, if I'm a bit able to wash my face, I might. But I will at least take my makeup off because I just know better now that, you know, I've had this short journey thus far in beauty. I know that it's absolutely the best thing for me to take my makeup off, especially eye makeup. So, number 6, what makeup rules do you break? Well, number 1, look at these eyes. I just love bright colors. Not that that's a rule or anything, but it tends to be a little bit more of the exception, especially here on YouTube or out in the real world. I have no doubt I would get some comments if I wore this out in public, which I absolutely would, but I probably won't today unless I run into a neighbor on the way to the mailbox or something. But also, I will absolutely wear a bright lipstick with a bright eye look. I don't think that you have to just choose one or the other. I absolutely would wear a bright magenta or fuchsia lip with this and not feel like I was really breaking a rule, even though people on YouTube might tell you differently. So that's, you know, that's that. And mostly just the main rule that I break is that I just like to keep makeup fun. If it turns out crazy, that's cool. It's just makeup. You know, I can wash it off. If I really hate it, the rule I break is that I don't follow any rules. I also don't set my under eye concealer. I have never ever found anything that didn't make it look very dry. So, number 7, will you use a product even if it is cracked or broken? Maybe. If it is cracked, I probably would use it. If it's broken, I would try and sort of repress it if I could, if it meant that much to me. Sometimes absolutely not. It depends on what the product is, if I'm super attached to it, if it was expensive, if it was cheaper. So that's that. And then number 8, do you wait to pan a product completely before you replace it? Heck no. It kind of gives me anxiety a little bit, and that sounds weird, but just, you know, like if I'm getting close on a skincare product or a mascara and I know that it's getting older and it's going to be time to be replaced soon, I will pick up that replacement as soon as possible, just so I have it. It feels better to me, and so no, I don't. And number 9, how do you feel about sharing makeup? It depends on who it's with. If it's somebody in my family or a close friend or what have you, absolutely. Certainly wouldn't volunteer them to use my mascara or anything else I might be touching my eye with, eyeliner, you know, lashes, that kind of thing, just for their protection and for mine. But generally I don't mind, and you know, if you didn't know, you can sanitize most makeup products, maybe not lip products, but again, depending on who it was. So, and how do you feel about buying or trading used makeup? No. No. I am not buying used makeup and I'm not selling used makeup ever. It skews me out, you know. You do you, boo, and I will do me, and everybody will be fine. But I would not buy a palette or something from somebody that was used, again, unless it was like a close family member or a friend. And I'm definitely not selling. When I declutter or things don't work for me, I just pass them on to somebody who I think might be able to use them, and, you know, share the love and give a blessing. And that's, you know, that's just how I do things. And number 11, how often do you declutter makeup? All the time. And I'm not saying I declutter large amounts of products all the time, but I do it regularly. Pretty much once I've formed my opinion on a product and I know that I'm not going to use it, I declutter it because makeup does have a shelf life. And so the point of decluttering for a lot of people, I think, at least on here on YouTube, is that somebody else get to use it. You know, we don't throw makeup away. Find somebody, I mean, unless it's expired or what have you, or broken, but you know, pass the love around, give it to somebody who might enjoy it if you don't. And so I do that regularly, at least once a month. Because I do get things. I don't buy things that I don't like. Sometimes I do, but I'm pretty well researching a product before I purchase it. But I do get a subscription box. I get BoxyCharm every month, and I do occasionally get things in there that just aren't going to work for me, or I'm not interested in any way, shape, or form. So next is number 12. Do you use your fingers to apply makeup? I thought it was so funny. Lacey, or Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, on her tag video, which she created, again, I will link her below. She said something about not going to put her phalanges on her face, and that cracked me up so bad. But anyways, yes, I will. You know, certain things I will use my fingers to apply. Certainly I don't hesitate to use my fingers when putting on shimmer eyeshadows. I find sometimes that really helps with the intensity, and then you can skip the setting spray or foiling your eyeshadows. So yes, I will. I'm not weird about that. And then number 13, what products, if any, do you hoard in your purse, bag, backpack, etc.? So I have here my little makeup bag that I keep in whatever purse that I'm using for that day. And the things that I hoard in my purse are lip products. I always have, at least right now, these 4 products, but usually something like this. These are the lip glosses by Bare Minerals. I have the shade Temptress and Livewire, and I love these. I have to look in the light. This is more of a rose, which is really nice. And then this is more of a nudie, bronzy, type of lip gloss. And the thing I like about these is if I leave my house with lipstick, but I don't necessarily want to mess with getting a mirror out and reapplying lipstick or whatever, or I just don't have the opportunity, I will keep these in my purse. And if I'm wearing more to the pink side or more to the nude side, I have a gloss that will match, and I can sort of just put that on, and it sort of diffuses any funky wear down on my lipstick. So that's where my brain goes with that. And these two from Clinique are the same thing. They're just more of a sheer lipstick. I'll show you what I mean. But one is called Black Honey and the other one is called Pink Honey. I'm going to swatch the Black Honey one for you. It's similar to what I'm wearing today, although what I'm wearing today is a MAC lipstick. But as you can see, it's just very sheer, but it does have a touch of pigment to it. Very comfortable on the lips. Absolutely could reapply without a mirror, which is always a good thing in my mind. And so again, if I'm using more of a nude lipstick or a pink lipstick, I will apply one of these to diffuse any kind of funky wear down. And that's why I do that. In case you wanted to know, there's the whole story. And then number 14, what is your least favorite step in your makeup routine? Hands down, brows. Brows is a totally new thing to me. I maybe tweezed my brows in the past, or more likely had my best friend Jess help me tweeze my brows, just because she's been doing it all her life. And you know, once in a great while I might have gotten my eyebrows waxed, but it's new to me, and it's not necessarily my favorite thing to do. Sometimes I forget. Like, usually I will do my brows before my eye makeup, because it helps me, just give me a clearer frame of reference of how far I'm going to go up with my shadows and stuff, because my brows are more bold. But today I totally forgot about it until after I got done with this pretty awesome eye look. And it's just, you know, it's not my favorite. Number 15, what is your worst makeup memory? Pretty much everything before I started this journey in beauty about a year ago. It horrifies me to think how I applied my makeup, the types of products that I wore, which weren't forgiving or would make me look older, like powder foundations and things like that. It creeps me out to no end that I had a little 99-cent shadow quad type thing that I literally used for something like 8 to 10 years. That's not cool. Don't use that. Don't use eyeshadows for that long. I mean, you do you, but it kind of skeeves me out. And so just thinking about how I used to do things versus how I do them now, that's the worst thing. I don't have any horror stories with makeup or anything because, you know, like I said, I'm just beginning this journey in beauty. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe while you're here. And I tag Sarah LP and Emma May, who is my sister, to do this video as well. I will link their channels below so you can follow along and subscribe to them and watch their videos. So if you guys are a creator, I would love to see your version of this video. Feel free to tag me at JourneyInBeauty on Instagram or at JourneyInBeauty on Twitter. Talk to you guys later. Bye.